Hi everyone, I'm Brendan.
And I'm Karen.
And together we're Fox and Rabbit. This is our 12th FlossTube. It's our second attempt at our 12th FlossTube. The previous video was totally corrupt. The memory card was corrupt, so we had to throw it out and buy a new one. So we're running a little bit late because of that. We're filming this now on Tuesday the 30th of November instead of whenever it was. Sunday or Monday.
It was supposed to be Sunday. We were running late, so we did it yesterday. And then, there was a bit of swearing in the house when Brendan was trying to load that thing. So who knows? This will be all over the place probably because we already did it so well the first time.
Yeah, so we've got a brand new memory card in the camera, so hopefully this one works. If not, I'll be up at the shop where I bought it from screaming at them a little bit later today.
The joys of technology.
So I was looking out the window and it's still raining. We've had nothing but rain here now for...
almost 2 weeks.
Well, this is the start of the third week, isn't it?
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, which has been fun. Most days the rain's been pretty much torrential.
Yeah.
We've been flooded. Luckily we're on sand, so as soon as we get a break it drains away pretty quickly. But it's been impacting everything. Everything we do. Our dyeing capacity now is down to like a third.
Half. I was going to say even less than a half.
A third of what we can normally do because we just can't get the fabric dry. Sometimes it's taking 2 to 3 days to get linen dry, even with fans and heaters and stuff going. It's just horrendous. So hopefully, if everyone will pray for us, this rain goes soon, so we can catch up.
These are typically my perfect days. I love the rain, as many of you know, but we just need to get this linen dried. It's just, and not only is it raining, it's also humid because we're actually almost in summer. So the humidity has been like in the 80s, hasn't it, Bren, and higher. Yeah. So that's made for drying time. Like lengthening the drying time as well. We have heaters, we have fans. We don't, someone said to us the other day, why don't you just put them in the dryer? We don't like to put the linen in the dryer because it already shrinks a little bit when it's dyed. If you put it in the dryer, it shrinks again. And it strips, harder to iron. And
it strips all the actual surface off the linen fabric as well. It makes the linen really thin. Yeah,
so we normally have about 5 clotheslines all in their backyard, and because we're heading into summer, the days when they are hot are very hot, and it dries in 15 minutes, doesn't it, Brett? Well, 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, well, normally we're in the 80s or mid-30s,
mid to high 30s Celsius,
80 to 90 degrees this time of year,
and they it's drying 10-15 minutes after Brent's getting it on the line, but it's literally taking 24 hours or so to dry.
No,
but
it's up to 2 days.
Well, I know. I was going to say some still drying out there. Brendan's actually been dyeing Tibbetchina. In case you can see his arms, he's all purple at the moment.
Karen didn't beat me up.
He's not all bruised. But we are...
You should see my stomach. My stomach's all purple too. It's like I've been in a fight.
We are progressively sending out linens. We've got a huge shipment going out to Fat Quarter Shop this week. And then progressively,
and
all
a few other shops
as
well.
So please be patient with your shops. They've all got orders in. They've been supporting us. We are just, 1 minute we've got lost linen. It finally gets here. And now, we are coming out of a drought. So we have literally had barely a drop of rain for about the last 18 months. And now it's just like, I think they said, what is it? A La Nina is hitting this summer. So they've said we're going to have a long, wet summer. So that's not what Brendan wants to hear. So just bear with us. We're getting there. It's getting out as quick as we can get it dried. So
and Zweigart have finally finished when did we place that order? June?
No, I think it was June.
End of June, beginning of June, somewhere around there. They've just finished that production order, so they're going to be shipping that linen out to us
next week.
Hopefully. Hopefully they'll keep this date. So we'll be able to get those remainder shop orders that we've got out. Everyone that doesn't have Ada and 28 count linen.
They're still making that for us.
We're not going to have that till probably February or March at the moment.
But it's coming. It's coming. A lot of people have asked us, will you be doing Ada? Will you be doing 28 count? People that haven't noticed that, where we've said yes, we are, but it's just going to be delayed. So that includes for the Fabric Club. So we'll still be doing the Fabric Club, but the ones that want to do the Ada and the 28 count, it's going to be the first quarter of next year.
Well,
it is coming.
Yeah. So we've just, because I got so far behind, we've just forward ordered for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Hopefully
We don't want any lack of continuity in supply. You've done it literally 5 months out now.
6 months out.
6 months.
6 months out, I've done it now. So hopefully they're going to catch up soon, and we don't have to order so far out.
But whatever it is, it's best just to stay that 6 months. Because I think, as we've said before, we get production runs done, especially for us. So the one that Brendan placed the other day is for 6 months' time. We should be getting that, I think.
Well, hopefully they'll have it, some of it.
In March.
Yeah. But,
so that'll be ready for us when we get back from Nashville and our holiday. But there shouldn't be a break in the supply until then anyway. So because we've got about mid-January we have to start dyeing for market. So I think we're right. But now as I said, just the weather gods shine on us, and we'll be back in front.
Yep. And as you can see behind us. And you can't see the rest of the house.
Can't see the rest of the house.
But at the beginning of the video, you would have saw the little montage as well. Christmas has well and truly vomited everywhere here. Every surface.
Love my Christmas decorating.
Every surface in the house has Christmas crap all over it. The poor Lily, she doesn't know what to do. There's all these things that she wants to eat.
And she's getting in trouble every 5 minutes. She's not sure what that big Christmas tree is.
Yeah, and all those little ornaments and things on the Christmas tree. She loves every one of them, and she wants to play with all of them. The only thing we haven't done yet is put the lights up outside.
Yeah.
That's because I'm not game enough to climb up a ladder in the rain.
Yeah, I want the lights outside the house, but while it's pouring rain, poor Brent can't do it. It's all there. It's all ready to go. So as soon as we have some sort of break in the weather, we'll get our outdoor lights on as well. I notice around the neighbourhood, they're going up. So some crazy people are out there in the rain, obviously putting their lights up. But yeah, no, the other afternoon, there was just so much lightning and thunder. And I just thought, oh my goodness, it's just not safe to be out there. So, yeah, so that'll be the next thing.
But speaking of Christmas.
Okay, so I'll just preempt this by letting you know, I have always loved, ever since I was a child, our house at Christmas was always full of Christmas cards. Like, they were always part of our decorating. So we used to have it up around the door frames, around the windows. Sometimes we even put cards on the tree. And over the years, we've just noticed that we always send them out, even though we don't get as many anymore. But they're just slowly starting to decline. And look, I'm all fine with e-cards for birthdays or anything else, but I do not like e-cards for Christmas. I'm sorry. I'm a traditionalist when it comes to Christmas, so I love my Christmas cards. So on Instagram about a week ago, Brent, I think, I just put it out there and said, look, why don't we do exchange Christmas cards this year? And in it, we can pop in an old family recipe or something, some sort of Christmas, or it doesn't have to be a Christmas recipe, just a favourite recipe. And we can get some real cards in the mail again. So we have been inundated. So that was on our Instagram. So we are swapping Christmas cards. Everyone seems to be really happy. Hopefully everybody else will do it with their friends and family as well. Otherwise we're going to end up with hundreds of Christmas cards and you're only going to end up with the one that we send you. So I hope everyone sort of joins in. So basically our cards just arrived. So we will be getting these in the mail in the next sort of day or two. We've got hundreds of cards now to write. So I'm getting all the addresses typed up, and Brent and I will sit down tonight when he comes in from dyeing and we'll get all those written on. But inside we have got a recipe, and we've put in a little freebie for you as well. So if anyone would like to exchange Christmas cards with us, just send us an email, hello@foxandrabbit.com, or send us an Instagram message, and we will exchange cards with you. And let's hope we can get this thing going and everyone can just get their mailboxes flooded with Christmas cards this year, because I'll be putting them all over the house. Now, there has been some...
and while you're on Instagram, don't forget to follow us.
Oh, yes, please follow us on Instagram. We actually got over 5,000 the other day, so we were thrilled to bits. So please follow us. But also, too, a few people have asked us about the mail coming from the United States to Australia. We do have an American address we can have them sent to, but I'm a bit worried about her getting inundated with all these Christmas cards. Brendan checked on the US Postal website, and what they say, they said
it's only priority mail that's not coming at the moment.
Yeah, so packages, priority mail. Apparently, according to them, like documents and cards are still able to be sent to Australia. So, I don't know. Somebody said to me this morning that they went and their post office said that all mail is being returned, but I think they were getting it confused with the packages. Although we did get a package during the week from the United States and some other. A couple. You've got a couple, and a couple of people I know who placed orders with places. I think in about August, I think, are all getting them now. So we think because our borders have opened up. We think what they're doing is they haven't reopened up for packaging yet, because I think they're going through the backlog of parcels and getting them out before they open up the mail again, we think. But look, as far as we know, you can send letters. And we've been getting some floss cards. We do the floss drop exchange as well, and we have gotten some sent here. So, if you have a problem with your post office and they say that they won't send anything to Australia, just let us know and we'll give you that American address. But hopefully they all come. We've got so many, we've got hundreds literally who have said they'll exchange Christmas cards with us. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, I might actually get some more cards printed.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to. Yeah, absolutely. And we actually thought too, if it's okay with the people sending us all the recipes, so many people are sending home recipes from their great grand. I was going, or their mum, or a traditional family recipe. With everyone's permission, we may even put them all together and have them available as like a PDF or something like that. So everyone can download.
We'll probably scan them all. All the ones that we receive, put them in a PDF that everyone can download from the website, so everyone can share all
the love. Yeah,
all the recipes.
We were going to put in. I was going to put in my great grandmother's Christmas cake recipe, but it's a fruit cake recipe, which everyone in Australia will know, and probably Europe. But Brendan think the American friends would like Christmas cake. It's like a fruit cake. So I end up going with my nan's chocolate chip biscuit recipe. But if anyone would like my great grands or cookies, sorry, we call them biscuits, cookies. If anyone would like my great grands Christmas cake recipe, again, just send me a text in Instagram or something, and I will be happy to share that. Or to make it easier, I think I might even put it up on Instagram. That way, it's just there for those of you who love a good Christmas cake. Even my mother-in-law, who has made her own for years, when I made my great grands and took it up a couple of Christmases ago, and Doreen then asked for the recipe, so that was quite a compliment because she's a great cook. So so I will pop that on Instagram, and that's our exciting Christmas news. So
we've been receiving lots of messages about my dad, and thank you for everyone that sent in those nice messages. He's actually at home now. There's been a few dramas backwards and forwards, but he's at home. He's settling down at home now. He's got to go back in the new year for a small operation to fix a couple of the problems that he's got, but it's looking all good at the moment. Yeah,
it's been and that's the other thing that's also, the last couple of weeks have been crazy because the hospital is only about an hour north of us, but we've been up and back, and which is fine. And then he got transferred to when he had to go back, he ended up going in the private hospital, and they had different COVID restrictions, and it's just been a bit of a scary time. But he's good now. He's home resting. And very anxious to get that little op done in the new year. You don't ever want to get sick close to Christmas because they don't schedule anything until the new year. As Brendan well knows from one year when he had kidney stones about 2 days before Christmas. So that was fun, dealing in the emergency department, trying to get an operation just before Christmas, which you had to have because it was actually quite serious.
Yeah, but that was years ago now.
That was years ago now, but something in this family always seems to happen right on Christmas. So
we're all drama queens.
Yeah, we're all good now. But thank you so much. The outpouring of well wishes and prayers was greatly appreciated. And speaking of prayers too, just a shout out to Brenda and the cereal starter. Brenda got the all clear this past week. I think just before Thanksgiving. I'm getting goosebumps even thinking about it. So we are very, very happy to hear the news that she's all clear and onward and upward from here, Brenda. So obviously there's a lot of prayers coming your way from around the world, and they obviously did a lot of good. So hopefully we'll get to meet you guys sometime when we come over there in the new year. So that's it. I think that was our week, wasn't it, Brent? Anything else?
We've got a few things still
few
on the
more
list.
things.
You've got to go off the
Well,
list.
Brent's got his list.
I've got my list.
I tend to deviate.
See, we've got to go in the order of the list.
Right, what's next?
So, Fabric Club.
Oh, yes, the Fabric Club.
So we've been working on that. I've got the website all set up now, ready for that to run. It's set up to be a subscription item.
Yep.
Where we've been thinking about it a lot over the last couple of weeks, and we're going to, besides the size that you want as part of the Fabric Club and the count, remembering that first intake we do will only be linen.
Yes.
The second intake we'll do next year will include Ada.
And the 28
and 28 count linen. We're actually going to give two options as well. So each month we'll either dye some sort of colour. Yeah. It could be a bright pink. It could be a blue. It could be, who knows.
Multicoloured. It could be blue and purple. Whatever. Yeah.
Or a neutral. Yeah. So when you sign up, you'll be able to select whether you want the colour, or the neutral
or coloured,
or you don't care. In which case, you'll just get a random one.
Yeah.
We'll probably alternate it for those people. 1 month they'll get the colour, 1 month they'll get the neutral. So we're thinking at the moment of putting that up on the 12th here in Australia, 12th of December for sign up, which will be the 11th in the Northern Hemisphere. But we're just working out timing at the moment to try and make sure that everybody has a fair chance
with the different time zones. Yeah. We don't want it launching at 3 a.m. in the UK kind of thing. So we're trying to work out just a sweet spot where it just might be early in Australia. So
we'll have that worked out in the next couple of days.
And it'll be a Sunday so that it's Saturday. So nobody will be there'll be some people at work, obviously those who work weekends, but we'll try to do it so it's on a weekend for the whole world. So
So we're doing that juggling act, but if you want to be one of the first people to know when we've settled on the date and when it's going to go up, just make sure you go onto foxandrabbit.com and subscribe to the newsletter. Yeah. And we'll let everybody on the newsletter list know in the next day or so what the dates and times are going to be for that sign up.
And our lovely friend in the United States is happy to take delivery of the big parcel we send, and we'll have the postage already on it because Brent's setting up an account with the American Postal Service, and so all she'll have to do then is when the great big box arrives from DHL, she will literally just drop them off at the post office. And we've also got somebody who's volunteered in the UK as well.
Yep, and that just means we can bring the postage costs right down for all of those boxes. Yep.
Yeah, so watch this space and just sign up for the newsletter.
Yeah.
We'll also mention it on Instagram too, but the newsletter will be a definite way you'll find out about it. Oh yes, we just so you know too, of course it's been a crazy couple of weeks, as I said, with Brent's dad and the dying and everything. I have gone through, and I've got a bug right in front of my face. I've gone through and read every single comment from the last 2 weeks. We appreciate the comments so much. I have answered ones where questions were asked, but just so you know, if I didn't sort of write a response, we have read every single one, and we really do appreciate them so much. It looks like our seasonal curated boxes that we want to do is definitely a winner. Some were a little bit concerned about the postage, but so yeah, I think we're just looking into suppliers, boxes, all sorts of stuff, but that's probably not going to be until we get back from Nashville. Our first box will be sometime sort of in the first half of next year, and we'll just go from there. We obviously have to plan a fair bit in advance for designs, for fabric, for suppliers to go in those boxes. So yeah, so we will definitely look at doing that next year. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that because they'll be going in a box, we can't send all those to our friend in the States because they are much bigger. So, but look, honestly, we obviously until we get them together and we weigh them, we don't know the cost of the postage, but we think it'll probably be around about $25 roughly.
No, it should be cheaper than that.
Maybe cheaper than that, but we're kind of like worst case scenario. And what's that about? It's probably about, about £12. So yeah. So anyway, watch this space. We're trying to work out ways of doing it as because we just want to see if there was an interest in there. Seems to be. So we'll get there. We'll start working on the logistics of everything now. Okay, one other thing, and I know I'm bound to stuff this up, but somebody did ask us in the comments if I could demonstrate the Floss Winders, which we love, from R&R Woodworks KY. They've got a fabulous website now, so jump on there and have a look because their wood products are just beautiful. But I don't know what I'd do without this. Brendan uses them all the time as well. They do come in 2 sizes. There is a larger one than this, but whereas in the past I've always preferred a longer strand of floss, which you can get with the longer ones of these. I must admit the length that these cut piece 2, even though it's shorter, it actually is good. It doesn't seem to knot as much, and I think I've just got to be a little bit more patient as I'm having to, reload my floss. Now I know I'm going to stuff this up, but this either goes really smoothly or I knot all the DMC. That's got nothing to do with this. It's just me. So you just take off both ends of the DMC and you grab the outer
Let's ask
thread.
for trouble doing that to start with.
What's that, Brendan?
Taking off both ends. Wouldn't you just pull the bottom of the thread out?
Okay, so Brendan does this better than me, so he should be doing the demo. But anyway, you literally put it in the middle and you just start to wrap. Please don't knot up. So you wrap it around and around. And there is also a demo on R&R Woodworks
You've already
KY. Brendan, stop jinxing me. I'm telling you, I'm going to smack you in a minute. I should have had you put your arms up like you're wanting it or doing it like a floss. You can tell I'm stressing now, trying to get this right.
You've got a big knot.
Brendan, stop it. Oh, now look what you've done. You've jinxed me.
No.
See, I knew this was going to happen. Normally this does, there we go. Normally this does go quite well. Actually, I'm just going to get that. Then we're going to pretend that that's the end of it.
Cheating.
So then it comes up to there. So it meets in the middle. You simply cut it across. And you've got your floss. You then grab your floss card. This one comes from Gabriel, who's swapping floss cards with me. Floss drops with me. Pop it through. And away you go. You've got your floss card. Now, that was a pretty ordinary demonstration. I'm pretty sure they've got a really good demo on the R&R Woodworks KY either Instagram account, or I'm sure they've got one on their actual website. So yeah, sorry about how bad that was, but that's what you end up getting. And as I said, the lengths are really, really good. So get yourself one of these. You'll never be without it. If I've misplaced, I've got 2, but if I've misplaced them, I practically turn the house upside down because I can't start a project until I've done that. So
You just steal mine.
I do steal Brendan's if he has 2 as well. So yeah. Okay, so that was my very poor demonstration, but I hope that that helped the person who was asking. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, there's a little bug flying around.
There is. I don't even know what it is. It's got it.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I think I did.
No, you didn't.
It's either a mosquito or it's some weird thing. I think I did.
It's a tiny little thing, and it's loud as hell in my ear.
Brendan, the one that Brendan attracts every insect. We'll be sitting outside having a barbecue in summer and he gets all the mosquitoes around him. I don't know what it is. Someone said it's something to do with what you emit in your skin or something.
I'm tasty.
Brendan's very tasty, so he gets, luckily that he draws all the mosquitoes to him, and I'm sitting there usually good as gold. So yeah, I don't know what he just says. He must taste very sweet.
Okay.
Righto, what have you been stitching, Brendan?
Nothing.
Big fat zero.
Absolutely not a thing.
He's not even keeping up his 6 stitches or whatever it is.
I've been kicked out of that club. I didn't even make that club.
Yeah, so, no, in all fairness, he has literally been out there day and night. We have been working both ends of the day. I'm cutting and serging until the wee hours of the morning, and Brendan, so everything's there ready for him the next morning, and Bren's out the back dyeing all day.
And ironing all night.
And ironing all night. So, yeah, so in his defence, we are doing our best to get all this linen out because it's the priority at the moment. And it's been coming in very cold and wet every day because it is miserable out there. He's undercover, but the other day I was in here and I was cutting all the linen, and I was looking out the window and the rain was literally horizontal. And while he's undercover, I knew that rain would be just coming in. Wasn't touching the linen, but I just thought, oh, that's miserable out there. Okay, so what have I been stitching?
Yep.
I've been stitching a bit of stuff.
Hopefully you've stitched enough so I don't look like an idiot as well.
Like, you know me, I've always got to say, I haven't done a whole lot either. But let's have a look at what I have done. Okay, so it was our week off last week with the Witchy Stitcher. So there's no cryptid dropped last Friday. Because at the end of every month we have like a week to catch up, which I've actually been lucky. I've been stitching it on the day they've dropped. So, because I know what I'm like, if I get behind, that'll be the end of it. So, mine is up to date. The latest little one is down the bottom, and that is the Ahul. Everyone was trying to guess. She said, Meg said it was going to be a nocturnal creature, and Brendan said to me, maybe it's bat squatch. And technically it's not bat squatch, but I think it's similar. This is a little Indonesian cryptid, and it's kind of like the Indonesian version of bat squatch. So yeah, so much fun. And no, as every time I post this on Instagram, everyone's like, don't worry about my stitching. It's just like, oh, poor Brendan, there's still no Bigfoot. So thanks for the love with my stitching, but that's okay. So yeah, so that was that. I'm very happy that that's up to date. And also too, I joined the new Barbara Anna Christmas mystery. It's in 3 parts. Part 1's already dropped. Part 2 is, I think, on the 1st of December, which is Wednesday. And part 3 is the 15th of December. So I'm up to date with that. Bren dyed me a nice little blue piece of fabric for this. And that's my stitching so far. Don't know if you can see that very well. So yeah, so it's only a little one. I don't think, I think I've got quite a bit of framing allowance around that, but that's that. So I'm up to date. And these are they're unusual colours. These are the colours. So there's not really any reds or anything. They're all very dusky, pinky reds and stuff. It's just beautiful. Mauves, kind of like peachy colours. So the fact that there's some peachy colours, I'm guessing that her last mystery had a large autumn kind of lady in there. So I'm guessing that there'll be some sort of, maybe a Santa or Christmas thing. Oh, who knows? Yep. All I know is I love her design, so I don't really care.
And they're on the Fox and Rabbit floss drops too.
Oh yes, they're on our Fox and Rabbit floss drops. Thank you, Brendan. Very observant. So there we go.
So if you wanted to swap floss drops with us, just drop us an email.
Yep, drop us an email, or again, just drop us an Instagram message, and we will swap. And we've been getting a lot of floss drops. I got a delivery from my friend in the States. We were having them sent to her, but there are still some, I think, waiting to come over in our next DHL pickup from her. So we just love them. So that was the brainchild of Michelle, Mum Loves You GB, and it's just exploded all over the stitching community. So we just love everything we've been getting. The other thing I started was, autumn is my favourite season, so obviously autumn is not until next year for us, but I want to have this ready to display in autumn. This was a design by Kathy at Hands On Design, and it was a bit of a collaboration, I think, with Lois Lady Dot Creates as well, but Kathy did this as a one-off, as a charity fundraiser. Which is why it's called the Philanthropic Pumpkin. And she did say that this is not like a normal exclusive. This won't be available again. So I was very lucky to be able to snag one of the kits. I still don't know how I was able to. The kit is beautiful. The only thing you had to do was add the floss, which I did, again, on floss drops from Gabriel. Thank you. And, you know, you get all the really pretty little bits to go with it, the sweet little pumpkin
And all the trims.
pins and all the trims from
Lois.
Lois at Lady Dot Creates. And so just beautiful. And that's some sort of rusty wire and everything to make the stem. I was reading all the instructions, Kathy's instructions. I'm not going to show you the chart, obviously. But Kathy's instructions are just next level. Really, really, really good. So, you know, no problems there. Just make sure I don't show that chart. And it's a pretty paltry start. It's a bit of a ordinary start. But I actually, that's just a couple of hours stitching. So I think I can pretty much finish that fairly quickly. I love it. There's quite a few people doing this as sales out there. I think Julie from Kansas City girl in a Colorado World, I think she's doing it with some friends. It's, I forget, there's actually a really cool hashtag, but I can't think what it is. But yeah, so that's actually a lot of fun. And I actually love doing the finishing, so I'm actually looking forward to doing the finishing on that one as well. Okay, what else? And now this one was, this has just been released by Paulette as a general sale design, but this was every year we do a Plum Street retreat, and Paulette does an exclusive for us. This was last year's. It's called This Joyous Season. As I said, it's now available to shops. I think they should be getting it any day now. I know Paulette did the release about a week or so ago. And this was my tragic start from a while back, but at least it's a start, and I really need to get back onto stitching more of this. So yeah, so that's on our Up in the Attic 36 count linen by Brendan. So that's that one. And my other one, when we were in, last year we got to go to the Country Sampler in Spring Green, Wisconsin, which you'll see in the montage that Brendan did. My beautiful angel over there came back in our suitcase. That was fun. But while we were there, we, I picked up a heap of stuff. But while we were there, I picked up Horse Country Holiday. This was on display at Country Sampler. It was just beautiful. And I picked up this chart because it also had the Country Sampler's conversion in there. So, and I mean, the colours are beautiful anyway, but I loved the conversions that Jeannie did. So I've had a start on that. So this is in the conversion colours. That's just on a 36 count Vintage Country Mocha. When I don't stitch on one of our hand dyes, that's that plus Platinum, which is a general swagger, are my two go-to colours. So yeah. And I just love horses, and I think that's beautiful. So technically, would you say that's Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of, I think it's Christmassy.
Snowflakes and stuff on it.
Oh.
There's snowflakes, aren't there?
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, maybe. But it's one I can have out all year is what I was trying to say. But it's got the Christmassy colours, so that'll sort of be able to be displayed. In our next video, I've got sort of pin cushions everywhere on our displays, so I'll actually get them out and do a bit of a parade of finishes, Christmas finishes. But we'll do that in the next video. Just because it's sitting right behind me. That was a sweet little one, and that's on our display. That's it's by Brendan Gervais. It's with the needle and thread, but I think it's called. It's not called Noel. It's called something else. Mary Noel. I don't know. I'll have that. I will let you know the proper name of that in the next video. But we've got pin cushions and stuff everywhere. Behind me is a tree of my special ornaments. My friend Carol Sutcliffe from the United States. We've been friends for 20 years. For the better part of that time, we've been swapping Christmas ornaments. So I put all of Carol's on a special tree. Our main tree has ornaments from our other stitching friends, but this one's just Carol's tree, and it's beautiful as well. So yeah, so I think that's all my stitching, Bren. Yes, okay. That's it. You want to actually, before we go any further, do you want to mention what you did? I just remember there was another exciting thing that happened during the week when you had to get up at about just after 5:30.
Well, I was going to talk about that in the purchases.
Oh, okay. We'll do that in the purchases. I'm not sticking to Brendan's...
Look.
Okay.
Purchases. Next.
Okay.
Stick to the list.
Stick to the list. Okay.
Wow.
He's just like his mum. I love his mum to death. She's like a second mum to me. But we used to go to like craft shows and stuff, and the thing would be huge. And I'd be wanting to, we're going down an aisle. I'd just say, oh, Colin's going to duck to the stand just here. She goes, no, we've got to go to every single one on the way around, and you'll eventually get back to that one. So I tend to jump ahead or jump around.
So the next thing we need to talk about is what we've purchased. But we've been asked to put a warning up before we actually go into that piece of our floss tube. We need to warn everybody that over the next couple of minutes, we'll be showing things that you might want to purchase. So if you don't want to be encouraged to spend money, then you might want to skip ahead a little bit.
Someone said we have to put an enabler alert up before all the things we show.
A couple of people said that.
I know. I was going to say there's quite a few that said, "Oh my God, you need an enabler alert."
Yeah. So I think we've sent a few people bankrupt after the last couple of videos.
But that's okay because I'm constantly, I'm watching floss tubes at 2 a.m. in the morning while I'm surging and stuff. So I'm constantly doing the exact same things. So
Okay. So I'll go first because I'll be the quickest because I can see your pile over there, which is scary again. So one of the charts that we purchased recently was from our friend Meg at the Witchy Stitcher. I hope she doesn't mind me calling her a friend. I never actually met her.
Hopefully one day.
Yeah.
Well, she's in Canada, so I don't know.
So we bought her Christmas-inspired design of Krampus.
You love all the Krampus. There's like a Krampus night or something coming up in December sometime. Sorry, Lily, excuse me, 1 second. Hold, please.
Sorry for that little interruption we had. Someone was just climbing the Christmas tree. I wonder who that would have been. Was that you?
Say hi, Lily. Hi, Lily.
Yeah, she was decided that the Christmas tree was good to pull on the branches and start to climb.
She's lost all of her puppy teeth but one nasty, sharp little thing. So hopefully that's going to go very soon, isn't it, Lil? She said, how can they put all these shiny things up and not expect Lily to play with them? Plus it's raining outside, so she's bored stupid. So luckily Peaches and Jimmy are both fast asleep, but she's like full of energy because she can't go outside and play.
Yeah.
Say bye. Say bye, Lil. Bye. Let's go. Don't you go over there. I'm keeping an eye on you.
And a few people have asked us what Jimmy looks like and why he's never in the videos. Besides the fact that he's a bit big to pick up.
He's a whippet, so he's twice the size of
here's a photo of why he's never in the videos. This is what he does all day. Just sleeps either on the lounge or the bed. So that's...
He's 12, so...
he did that when he was 1.
But I was going to say, he's been doing that since he was a puppy. He sleeps all day. Well, sidehounds do that. Greyhounds, whippets, Italian greyhounds. Like, I mean, the girls have 2 speeds. Like, it's full tilt and asleep. But sidehounds do sleep a great deal of the day, especially greyhounds. So they're quite active, and then they just sleep. And as he's getting older, he's sleeping more and more. But... he's been a cranky old man since he was 6 months old, but he's very tolerant of the girls. Like, they're usually piling all over him, and like she's doing it right now. He's asleep on the lounge, and she's going to go and try to snuggle in, or she's going to annoy me. No, she's going outside to see if her sister.
Yeah, she's going to annoy someone else.
I don't think she'll go outside because the rain's still falling, but I think she's going to go and try and bother Peaches now. So there could be a fight ensuing soon, so we need to keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also from the Witchy Stitcher, Meg released... was it Saturday in the US?
Yeah.
Her next box. So I was up at crazy o'clock in the morning. And I was one of the lucky people that managed
Believe it.
to secure a box.
First time ever. He sets the alarm all the time because every box that drops in the United States seems to be at some crazy, like 5 o'clock in the morning or even earlier, 4 a.m. and stuff. And he's missed out every single time, haven't you, Brent?
Yep, but everything aligned at this time, and I managed to secure a box. So hopefully that'll be here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, you had everything set up, didn't you? You had PayPal ready, you had everything signed in, everything logged in, and I think Meg said it. They sold out in 50 seconds,
which is amazing. And congratulations,
well
Meg.
done, Meg. Yeah. So you're very excited, weren't you, Brendan? I was like, yes, finally got one. Yeah.
So hopefully that'll be here in a couple of weeks, and
we'll do an unboxing,
and we can show everybody that as well when it arrives. I also bought a few charts.
Yes. Well, I love this.
Yeah. So this one was from Crissity Crossity. So they're on Etsy as well.
I think I saw lolly stitches of someone doing this. I showed Brendan and he was like, oh,
so I had to get it.
To have it.
I have to get an alien Christmas. And I love the sleigh with the UFO ship as the sleigh. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
I did notice that, Brendan. Thank you.
I'm just making sure.
Oh, everyone's been tagging Brendan on Instagram, but he's well aware of this. He bought it, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I signed up.
At the start.
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago, yeah.
3 or 4 weeks ago, I signed up for it.
But thank you for the alerts.
As soon as we heard about it, which was the Lola Crow cryptid Christmas ornament. So we're up to ornament number 3. So I think we showed this one last time, which was Bigfoot.
Brendan's so excited. I think there's four in the series.
And then we got number 2, which is a little jackalope. And on the weekend, the one that I still don't think is a cryptid.
Oh, I'm so excited by this one.
Yeah, number 3 came through on the weekend.
So excited.
So
needless to say, I've told him. Haven't asked. I've told him he's absolutely stitching that for our.
We've got Mothman now. So there's one more to come.
We're guessing Loch Ness Monster, but who knows?
Who knows?
They seem to be like they're the big 3 so far. We hope that next one's Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, but that'll come on the weekend.
Because that's Brent's second favourite cryptid is the Loch Ness Monster. So.
Yeah.
Oh, how cool! I was so excited when Mothman dropped. We thought
Mothman on ice skates.
Yes. So while he may be inclined to want to stitch Bigfoot first, that's not happening. Let me tell you. Given Brendan's stitching speed, I want that Mothman for Christmas. So
I better start. 3 months ago. Then.
I don't know. This is our Black Swan. Brendan was thinking about stitching them and that, but I said I think possibly he should do it on the blue that you dyed me, because I think like if you do it on that sort of colour, where are we? I think if you did it on that sort of colour, I think the black, the white, the green, and everything will stand out, because you've got to be realistic as to whether you're going to.
I won't be able to
see the black. No,
I tried that once before.
Yeah, and it didn't end well. So I think he's got another piece of that, because he got a great big piece he dyed for me. So I think he's going to. And that's 32 count too. The one I'm doing the Barbara Anna one on is 32 count. So that, and I think they're suggested to be 32.
Yeah, I think it's on Ada.
Oh, that's right. She did not, I think, 16 count Ada.
14 count Ada.
14 count Ada. So the 32 count will be well and truly enough. So.
Oh no, 18 count Ada.
18, okay, so 36 count.
Yeah.
Well, I've also got that other 36 count blue, which I'll show you guys in a minute, that you dyed for me for the other mystery sale.
So that's all I spent.
Is that all you spent, baby?
Yeah, I'm pretty cheap.
Oh, okay. Well, you know me. I didn't just spend that. Okay. What have I got? I was going to put everything out of the way here. Do you know what? I see it on every other people's FlossTubes. On Brenda and Laura as well. It's like you're so organised to start with, but once you start pulling things out and showing things, you know, and we've got a huge dining room table in front of us, and it's still organised. Brendan's all still very, we've got nothing to show hardly. You've got to buy more. Don't put me to shame as much, Brendan. What do you reckon, Brendan? We need to get him purchasing more. Your stuff tends to be the digital stuff that's all around the room. Anyway. Okay, righto. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. Okay. So,
So again, if you don't want to spend money,
enabler alert.
Yep, fast forward.
I'll show you that in a minute. That's for my quilting friends. Okay, I cannot for the life of me remember who I saw stitching this. It's not the greatest. Oh,
Moose is cute.
Isn't it sweet? This is, I can never ever pronounce this name. I seriously need to learn a language.
Just
how do you pronounce it? I'll put it up. It's
just show it.
Curo. I don't know how you
it's
pronounce
Italian.
it. It's Italian.
And we're Australian.
What did I say? I didn't say French, did I? No, I didn't.
We're Australian, so we can.
I'll tell you,
barely speak English.
It's called Shabby Winter Calendar. And I love the traditional reds and greens and golds stuff of Christmas, but I also love blue and white, aqua. I love aqua in Christmas things. So that's that one there. So it's, well, I just can't pronounce. I love her designs. I just can't pronounce the name. So that was one of my purchases. I think. Realistically, I probably won't start stitching that one this year. I'll probably do that as my advent stitching for next year. So I've already got my one pick out for this year, which I'll show you in a minute. Who showed this one on? I think this might have been Michelle Benny Stitchy. I can't remember, but this is a cute little one. This is called Emily Dickinson Birds, and the saying is, "Unable are the love to die, for love is immortality." And I think this is a really, really pretty design, and that's by Wild Violet Cross Stitch. It's a little PDF download. So that was something I think at all hours of the morning. I bought the it's like the All Souls Quaker design a couple of months ago by Quiltify Design, but this one is the All Souls band. My arms aren't long enough. This is the All Souls band, and it goes, I was tossing up between getting the two when I got the Quaker sampler, but I got the Quaker sampler first. But then I saw somebody stitching this as well during the week, so I thought, oh, I've got to have the band as well. I love that one. Righto.
Holy crap.
I know. Now, I went down to the Krill Goblin, I think it was last week, and picked up two designs. This one is, the two With My Needle by Ellen Chester. This one I just love. It's called Sampler Maker. But I don't think I'll put it around a spool. I think I'm just going to make a little pillow out of that one. That looks like it's a fairly quick stitch as well. And the other one is beautiful. This is a sample I'd like to start next year. I just love this so much. It's called Peacocks in My Garden. Isn't that divine? So they're available from your local needlework shop now. I think they were released about a month ago. So most shops should have those. Okay, and we got a shipment of With a Needle and Thread during the week. So I'll just show you those. This is Redbird Sampler by Brenda Gervais. So these next few are all With a Needle and Thread. Many of you have seen these, I'm sure. But our shipment finally arrived here in Australia. This one's Cup of Christmas Cheer. Thank you, Brendan. Very handy having the long arms.
Well, you're going to knock the camera down.
Probably was too. A Winter's Day Visit. Taking them all out of the plastic so you don't get too much crinkling. This I absolutely love. It's called Bells of Christmas, and I actually am going to start this one in December. Oh, I just love that so much. The colours, so beautiful. And then there's the Snowball, which is the book with some fabulous little designs in it. So it's called Snowball. The Snowball. From Paulette Stewart, there is Polar Pack.
Yeah, your arms aren't long enough. Just hand them over.
That's a new one, and that's on our. Paulette just sent me the advanced ones of these. That's why I've got them. So and that, because that one is stitched. Whenever somebody stitches on our linen, we get the chart as well, and that one is stitched on our 36 count eucalyptus. Another one was Mount Vernon Christmas. That's a new release as well, but I've just got to, I didn't bring that one up. Okay, this was a sweetie. Now I'm just going to probably do this as an ornament, I think. So I don't think I'm going to do the writing or the Christmas trees, but I'm just going to do the 3 cups with the gingerbread. And this was by White House Stitchery, and it's called Sweet Christmas. Thanks, Brad. Somebody stitched that just as a little pin pillow, and I thought that's we are actually doing our Christmas stitching as well too, because much like our ornament swaps that we do, we also swap Christmas ornaments with friends as well. So in Bren's defence, we actually have got that.
I haven't.
Well, you're going to.
I haven't done anything.
No, I know, but you're going to,
Yeah,
aren't you?
I have to.
You have to get them done. I have been. So I can't show you our Christmas stitching because a lot of our friends watch these and they'll know that one of them are getting that. So the other thing is too that arrived during the week. Katie from Cottage Garden Threads, who you all saw last video on our, or if you didn't, we've got an interview with Katie from Cottage Garden Threads on our previous FlossTube number 11. I'm also a quilter as well as a stitcher, and Katie has come out with this most brilliant system for doing hexagons. You know, there's so many different ways you do paper piece hexagons, but this, she's got a video on her Cottage Garden Threads website, but this is genius. So if anyone's interested in us stocking those, please let us know, because we would be happy to do that. It's that they really are fabulous. And Katie, as I said, Katie has a demonstration on how they work, but she needs to seriously trademark that because it's fabulous. So that, see, it wasn't that bad, Bren. Oh, look, I mean, I don't know whether you count, I don't know if you count book purchases.
What about fabric purchases? And
oh, I forgot about those. Yes, yeah. But anyway, also, like, I mean, I know this is a cross stitch video, but you know me, we both love books so much. And this came in during the week. This is Tell the Bees I'm Gone. That I'm Gone by. It's the next, I think it's book number, what is it, 10? 9? Oh, I can't think. It's in the Outlander series. So I think the whole world's gone berserk over that one. But there was literally 2 left on the shelf when we got in there. And then the guy just said they were flying off the shelf. That was released, I think, last Tuesday. So that I am so dying to read that. But we have got so much on. I think that'll be my Christmas reading. So no spoilers to anyone out there who has read it, because that'll be my kind of reward for when we get all this stuff done. Watching it. There's another book. What was the miniseries we were binging during the week? That Wheel of Time. I think we found out there's like 11 or something books in that series. We actually binged the 4 episodes that have dropped so far, because we love all fantasy drama and stuff. And so if you haven't seen Wheel of Time, I'm not sure. It's on what's it on here?
I don't know.
Oh, it's on what do you call it?
Prime, isn't it?
I think
it's Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime, I think it's on. It's very, very good. I guess for me, I'm a massive Lord of the Rings nerd, so it's my favourite book of all time. I love the movies. To me, I don't know, it just seemed to me like a bit of a poor man's Tolkien. But you know what? That's just probably me. I'm probably going to get people screaming at me now that love Wheel of Time. It was really good. I wasn't massively keen on the very first episode. I just kept saying, oh my gosh, what is this? This is borrowing everything from Lord of the Rings. Brendan said, well, we'll keep watching. And honestly, by the 4th one, it had me hooked. So it was just me being, I think, super sensitive. But so if you haven't watched that, I do recommend watching it. I don't know what the books are like. I think Bren's probably going to download the books now, and have a read of those. Bit too Tolkienish for me, so I'll stick to my Lord of the Rings books. But yeah, so we're actually looking forward to, I think it's a weekly thing. We had 4 to binge on, but I think it's a weekly drop, I think, on Amazon.
So, yeah.
So yeah, so anyone who likes that sort of fantasy drama, Naomi, I'm sure you have been watching it. Yeah, so it's really, really good watching. So as I said, because I am a quilter, my friend Carol, who is from Cherry Pie Designs, is a fabulous quilt designer, but she also she's a massive enabler for me too. So she orders in for me every so often the fat quarter packs from Moda, because I tend to do a lot of very scrappy quilts. I don't need tons of meterage for things in general, unless they're for borders or backgrounds. So I tend to get a lot of use out of the fat quarter packs. So these, and she has to order them for me like months in advance. I'm not sure what it's like overseas, but here in Australia, the shops have to pre-order quite a long time in advance. And I think once it's here, there's no reordering. Once it's sold out, it's sold out. So, so for all my quilty friends, these, look, I mean, Carol's a little bit like me too. I don't like to undo them. I haven't undone them yet. But this beautiful one is Sister Bay by Three Sisters. And this is unusual. Normally they're very pinks and browns, but they've done a beautiful blue kind of off-white aqua range, which is just divine. I think I'd like to do some sort of snowflakey sort of quilt with that. Now, I don't know which one of the next two is my favourite, or that I'm more excited about. I guess I'll leave my favourite to last. But this one's a very close second. This is Threads That Bind by Blackbird Designs. How exciting is this? I've also got some of this ordered by meterage as well, but Carol's still waiting on that to arrive. But the fat quarter packs came early. I think she, I have them. I'm trying to think whether she may not have ordered the meterage. So I can't remember now. I might have to go to my local local patchwork shop for that. I think it was just the fat quarter pack sheet. Anyway, either way, that will go a long way. And I think I've still got some Blackbird Designs. We used to have patchwork fabric back in the day when we had our shop front as well. And I think I may have some Blackbird Designs fabric still on the bolt. Maybe that's why. That's probably what I'm going to get confused with. Now, my next one, this is by Jo Morton.
Stop playing with it.
I just love this so much.
Hand it over.
This is by Jo Morton, and this is her new range, and it's called Rose. Oh, my Lord. It took my breath away when it arrived. It is so beautiful. I had a bit of a fangirl moment years ago when we went to the, we used to come over to the States and go to the,
the pole's getting too high.
And go to the, what was it, Brennan, the patchwork trade show, the big one in the Houston International Quilt Show thing. But there used to be a wholesale market on before the retail show. And we went to the wholesale show and I got to meet Jo Morton, and I was a little bit silly that day. Oh, she's just the loveliest person, and she's my favourite fabric and quilt designer. So, yeah, so I actually want to make a beautiful scrappy quilt with that one. So, now the other thing, I don't know whether you call this one a purchase, would you, Brent?
I don't know.
It's yours, really, but
yeah.
You gave it to me. Friends, we belong to the Tudor Rose Sampler Guild in the United States, which is a fabulous guild to join. Totally recommend it. They are a great group of people in that guild. And because I think since COVID, I think they've opened it up worldwide. So, you know, we have Zoom meetings and catch-ups and stuff. Fabulous group. They were running during, I think Brent ordered it back in July, I think. It was the Amy Mitten it was like a one-day workshop, I think, with Amy Mitten. And I don't quite understand what it is, but it's some sort of, the sampler is some sort of mystery, and the whole idea was everybody would stitch it on the day and she would take us through what the mystery of it was and whatever. Unfortunately, Brent's kit got caught it was before the lockdown with the mail even started. I think it was sitting in Chicago for 2 months, wasn't it? Mm. So it literally, what is that, July, August, September, October, okay, 5 months this has taken to arrive. So sadly, Brendan didn't do the online classing that day, and I think he was a bit over it, to be honest. He was just very disappointed, and it finally arrived. Now, I'm actually going to stitch it. So I'm thinking of this is going to be one of my January 1st starts. So anyone who did the mute but not silent, anyone who got that kit, if you want to join me for a sale I'm going to start on the 1st of January, please join me. That is the finished, it's a Scottish sampler, isn't it, baby?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it's a Scottish sampler. Isn't that just amazing? Brent hasn't even looked at it. He was a little bit sooky about the whole thing. But
it's more Dutch, isn't it?
Is it Dutch or is it? I thought they said it was a Scottish. Oh, look, who knows? Truthfully, I haven't even had much time to look at it either. Like, I mean, just the joys of our the worldwide postal service at the moment. But it came in 4 parts. So it's a kit, comes in. So the reason it's in 4 parts, I think, is because you're supposed to do it in the online class with Amy. Not her fault, not their fault, the fault of the mail system. But it was disappointing for Bryn. So it's part 1, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. From what I can gather, there's amazing instructions in all these charts. I'm very excited about doing. I think they've just put just a normal linen in there, but Bren's going to do. I'll probably do it on parchment. I think parchment's mine. Not parchment.
No such thing as parchment.
Parchment's a different thing. It's
paper bark.
Paper bark. So I'm going to do it on our paper bark.
You can't even.
I do it.
You can't even sell our fabrics properly.
And you know what? Paper bark is my new favourite colour that he's doing. I've actually got to be careful. So I'm doing everything on paper bark at the moment. It's just a really good colour.
Not anymore. You're banned.
That's it. My fabric supply has now been cut off because I can't get the name of it right. But look at these beautiful silks by Amy from Fibres to Die For. Aren't they beautiful? Look at that. And I'm using these silks also in the exclusive, the Traditional Stitch, the Blackbird Designs exclusive that Traditional Stitches had. Name has escaped me, but I'm using these silks for the first time on that sampler, and they are really beautiful to work with. So that's very exciting. So anyone who wants to join me for a sale, let me know, and we will start that on the 1st of January 2022.
Yeah, I'll put it over here because you're running out of room.
I am running out of room. So that's my purchases.
Is that it?
I think it is. Yep.
So we received a few things in the mail.
Yes. Okay. That was mine. From our friend Jenny Bourne. We swap ornaments with Jenny every year.
Jenny's
I think Jenny's does hers in like June. I don't know. She's so organised. It's shameful. Puts us to shame.
Nice fabric on the back too.
Yeah. So Jen will be getting hers, but she knows that it won't be for.
She knows I'm slack.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I'm glad you said it. Actually, those fabrics on the back are by 2 Australian designers. That's Wyong Anderson Designs, and I think that's Annie Downs.
Looks like Annie.
From Hatched and Patched. Hatched and Patched.
Your arms are too short.
I know. So thanks, Jen. But she knows. I say every year I'm going to be more organised with our stitching, but with our Christmas ornaments, but I do want to try to do that next year. And we forgot to show this last week.
It's because it got buried in all the stuff you had on the table.
It did. I had it on the table last week and it was underneath some fabric and I just completely forgot. Our friend Tiani just blown away when this arrived. There's a shop here called T2, as in T and 2. I don't know if it's worldwide. Oh gosh, be careful, Brendan. These are the beautiful mugs that she sent us. They're just beautiful. So the lid comes off. Look at that. Mine has dragonflies. She remembered Brent as saying, look at that. It's like a tea. I don't actually drink tea. It's a tea strainer, but as I said to her, I'll put hot chocolate in mine. I don't drink tea or coffee, but Brendan drinks everything. So she remembered Brendan saying that we travel a lot and we love, and that London's one of his favourite cities in the world. So she actually got him a London one. Isn't that beautiful? And what is this?
It's a Christmas
spiced mince pie tea in a gorgeous canister.
Nice tin. Which
has a lot of orange on it, so you know Bren will love that.
Can't get it open.
Oh, there you go.
Just need muscles.
Smell that. We need smell-o-vision.
Yeah, it
smells divine. It smells like Christmas.
So it's a Christmas
blend
of tea.
Smell that.
It smells of cloves and fruit.
And again, with the fruit mince pies are another Christmas thing that's very English, very Australian. I don't know if it's American, but yeah. Thank you, Tiani. That was just such a beautiful surprise to receive in the mail. And, you know, that all came when things were happening with Brent's dad and everything. So it was a lovely pick-me-up that we got in the mail. So thank you so much. Very, very generous.
Yeah. And people have probably already seen him before. Little Bigfoot needle minder that I have, which is from Rebel Stitcher. And Colleen sent me a few more in the series that she has. So this is from Rebel Stitcher, so you can
RebelStitcher.com.
get these on
We'll show you the card. I'm
rebelstitcher.com.
going to take one of them off in a minute.
Yeah, but she sent me the next lot in the series. So we've got the Loch Ness Monster. Yeti. And the Jackalope.
Yeah, so that's Rebel Stitcher, and she's fabulous to deal with. I just remembered you got your Bigfoot, your other Bigfoot from Jenny.
Oh yeah, I'll go and get him.
Yeah.
And also some stickers as well, some Bigfoot stickers.
And these are fabulous needle miners. Like they're really fabulous, strong magnets. Brent's just going to remember something else. And I just remembered it too. Jenny not only sent us those beautiful ornaments, but she also sent us a needle minder. Mine's a beautiful, and also some Christmas ornaments for our tree, which they're already on the tree, so sorry, Jen. But mine's a beautiful bee needle minder, but look at this one.
So she sent me a little hiking.
And apparently her husband made it. What's it, one of the, is it Comic-Con conventions or something? They're like one-off.
Yeah, they're
badges that her husband made into
which I've been collecting,
needle minder.
But I don't have this one.
He's been collecting them and making them into needle minders as well. So yeah.
So thanks, Jen.
Yeah, but as I said, these Rebel Stitcher needle minders, they are strong. They are. Look, I mean, you get your finger caught in that thing, and it'll really take the skin off. So they are really well made. So yeah, so Rebel Stitcher.
Luckily, there's no Mothman. Otherwise, I would have lost it.
Oh, yes. But speaking of Mothman, what did I do with my Mothman? Where's my Mothman gone? One moment. I'm just looking. Oh, here we go. Brendan also bought me during the week, and he said it's a badge, but he's got to make it to a needle minder for me. And it's a little Mothman. Look at that. I keep saying, when is it going to be a needle minder? And he just says, well, when I finish dyeing the fabric. So hopefully we'll have that as a needle minder before Christmas. So I love that. Now this, is that all of your...
That's all my...
Prezzies?
Yes. I'm all organized.
I went in, now let me look. I've got to remind myself what it's called. Like, hang on. There was a Christmas swap that Caroline did. It was called the Homespun Needlework Pin Keep swap. And Caroline ran it via Elfster, and which I had never seen before, but it's such a cool app. It basically organises like Secret Santa swaps and things like that, and you're assigned somebody who you stitch something for, and then you get it from somebody different. You don't know who you're getting. You don't know. Well, it's a Secret Santa thing. Well, not Secret Santa. Secret stitch swap. And this one was like a pin keep swap. So when mine arrived, I was just completely blown away. Tammy Rice, who's now friends on Facebook, so I made a new friend as well. She sent me the most amazing package. I kept thinking this can't all be for me, but so this was the beautiful pin cushion that she sent me. It's beautiful. It's nice and heavy. It's all full of, I'm guessing, walnut shell. Just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. She was really worried because I gave our American address to our friend for things to be sent to, because obviously it wasn't coming here. So she thought we were probably, I was American. So she sort of said, oh no, some of the things I sent you were US kind of themed. And I said, that's absolutely fine, because I stitch all things not patriotic, but American as well. So everything she sent was perfect. So that's the beautiful pink, which will go in my autumn bowl. She sent me so many things. Like, I mean, look at this. This one's called Old Glory. Let's take it out of the pack. Again, I know it's an American theme thing, but look how fabulous this is. It was the whole kit. This was just one thing, one of the package. So she sent me the chart, the threads, and the beautiful charm. So it's just gorgeous. So that was one thing. I said I love all things American anyway. A fantastic, sorry, I hate having packaging, sorry about that. Well, like, I mean, anyone who knows me knows how much I squealed when I saw this one. It's a Halloween notepad, and it's got a magnet on the back, so that will get a lot of use. I mean, so many things that she sent, I just can't even believe it. Like, this was, this is, look at this kit. It's on R&R linen. It's got the chart. It's got the Just Another Bead Company button. What did I say? Just another bead. Just Another Button Company. A pack, and it's called You Lucky Dog, which, you know, clearly we are dog lovers. So how amazing is that whole kit? That was the beautiful card that she sent me. Love that. I keep all my cards. They go in a special box. And there was just a lovely little note, which I need all the time. Lovely little journal. Fantastic. So that's fabulous. I use journals, those every day, especially for my orders and stuff. Like, I mean, it just goes on forever. She sent me a lovely pillowcase. Obviously, it's the whole pillowcase, but
I'll get it out of the way. It's okay.
Huge thing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Just you feel how beautiful and soft that is. And then this beautiful, I mean, gosh, it just goes on for this beautiful little project bag. What a sweetie that is. I don't know that she made these. How beautiful is that?
It's got a dangle.
Got one of my threads hanging on it from all my stitching. And then a beautiful pair of Putford scissors. Look at these. Fabulous. And look, I mean, this is good for your fingers, baby.
Yeah, big sausage
look
fingers.
How big that. I don't think you can get your fingers through those ones. So they might be pinched by somebody very soon, I think. Aren't they beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful scissors.
I don't know if I can focus on
So
that.
thank you, Tammy. I know I've already thanked you, but that was just above and beyond. So I really do appreciate all your beautiful, beautiful gifts. Oh, and also too, we have these as well. Oh, suspiciously almost empty. I think one is left. I think I got one. I don't know that you can see that in the thing. One out of that.
There's one left. You can have that one.
Very generous, Brendan. So yeah, his eyes lit up like a Christmas tree when he saw those in the package.
Because we went to that in San Francisco.
We did. We were in San Francisco. Oh, that was a dangerous fattening day.
I ate a lot of those.
I know. So yeah, so they were all our Stitchy Kindness things. I think that was everything. If I missed anything, I'll show you in the next video. Okay. We thought this was actually going to be a quicker one when we did it yesterday. We thought, well, it went a bit long yesterday, and we thought, well, maybe we can do it quicker today because we've already done it once. But yeah, that's not happening. No. I think it's actually going longer. So, okay. And plans. What are your plans, Bab?
I don't have any.
You're going to stitch that.
I've got to stitch some
Bigfoot
ornaments.
For me and ornaments for our friends. They will be coming.
Yeah.
So
that's all I'm going to be able to do because I've still got time.
Brent's just got so much. You've still got. He's a little overwhelmed by it all at the moment. As I said, we just desperate for this weather to break. We really, I mean, even now, I'm sweating because it's pouring, but it's humid. It's awful, isn't it? So the humidity's a killer. Okay, what are my stitching plans? Okay. I've got a few things I want to start. This is one. This is by Margaret Designs. It's called Christmas Joy. It's beautiful. I think I'm going to put this on Vintage Country Mocha. And there are the colours. Beautiful, beautiful colours. So, again, on one of our beautiful floss drops that we received. So that one, I think, should look really nice on the Vintage Country Mocha. If not, I'll put it on our baked clay. If it needs to be darker, I'll put it on baked clay. I'm trying not to raid too much of our linen at the moment because it's all got to go out. It is getting really humid. Oops. Let's put that down there.
You've run out of room on the table.
I have run out of room everywhere. As I think we mentioned last video, the only thing is I've still got to pick a linen. I think I might just do this on natural, just good old-fashioned natural. That's what it's designed on. This is Jen Hicks. Jen Hicks Creates. She's running this sale. It's an advent. It's Christmas. I think it's hashtag Christmas Advent Sale. We'll have that link. We'll have that hashtag below. That's by Cricketa Go again with me in the pronunciation. Sorry if that's wrong. So that's that one, and this is that's one of our original floss cards that we swapped. That's a painting of ours. So look at those beautiful, beautiful colours. There's quite a lot of them. So that one, I'm starting on the 1st with everybody else. I have no clue if I can do one a day. I would love to do one a day, but again, it just depends on our schedule at the moment. And also starting on the 1st is the Hands-On Designs. I'm sure you've all seen this, the Cookie Exchange. This is a mystery. I think it drops on I think it's the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th of December, I think. They're the beautiful little floss cards that Bren printed and cut out for me. And I'm trying to decide, I mean, it was... I think it was done on a fabric which hand-dyed by Stephanie, but I'm thinking I might put it on our Ocean Air. Pretty sure. Bren did me this one as well, so I could put it on that one, but I think some of the blues might be a bit close, so I think Ocean Air is looking good for that one. You could also, there were a few vendors that were contributing to the Cookie Exchange, but there was a board you could buy to put it on. I think some trims from Lois from Lady Dot Creates, but every time I tried to order them, they were always out. I know they were restocking, but I just thought, well, when I see it, I'll work out a way of finishing it. And I've got a heap of Lady Dot Creates rickrack anyway, so I'm sure I'll be able to find one. And my other thing that I'm really busy on, apart from cutting and serging day and night, I'm also working on our designs for market next year, because at some point we have to get into market mode sooner than later. So I've got to get, I'm stitching some of our models, but I've got to get the others out to our model stitches. So they are coming, ladies. There's just seriously not enough hours in the day at the moment. So one of the ones, no, I'm not showing you my actual, we'll show you the sample of the models closer to market next year, but one of the ones I'm reproducing, and I've got about half stitched at the moment, is Margaret, Felicia, Dyson. I know I think I showed this, I think maybe at the beginning of our floss tubes back in June. I'm not sure, or it might have just been on our Instagram page, but this is Margaret. This is the original. Yeah, this is Margaret, Felicia, Dyson, and this is probably my favourite one that we have done. It's just beautiful. I'm halfway through stitching it. It's being done in needlepoint silk. Not needlepoint silk, a Veriswell silk.
But the front and the back are almost the same colour.
Yeah, so it's just beautiful. So that'll be lots of reds and greens. That'll be a market release. It's stitching up beautifully. We're stitching it on, I think it's up in the attic. Now this one, we definitely showed in one of our previous floss tubes. I've almost finished charting this one. We were going to do it in 2 different colorways for the front and the back and just put the 2 conversions on, but only probably stitch 1 model. But we're actually now planning on getting both models stitched, the bright version and the more pale version on the back. we just loved our Mary Morgan's sampler so much, and thank you to all the people that are stitching that at the moment. It's just got a bit of a life of its own at the moment, and it really makes us happy because we were concerned about designing Mary with the colours from the back, as many of you know we did. That's her behind us there on the wall. I was watching Julie, Kansas City Girl in Colorado World this week on her FlossTube, and just the lovely words, lovely things that she said about it and what it's meaning to her stitching it. And our friend Noah Stitches. There's so many of you out there that are doing it. It really means a lot. I got a bit teary when I saw Julie's FlossTube. So thank you especially when it's like 3 a.m. in the morning or something crazy, I get a bit emotional. So because that one's been popular, and as I said, we were concerned about the bright colours, but we thought, a lot of sampler stitchers may not like the original colours. So we are going to do this one in 2 colorways. That's the front. This is the beautiful one with the swan. We did do a bit of a poll on one of our previous videos as to which one did you like, and it literally was split down the middle. So both samples will be coming to market with us, and that's the back. As you can see, it's very, very bright and beautiful. So I know what my preference is. I don't know, because unlike Mary, the front of Mary was quite faded, but not in a good way. This one's faded in a beautiful way. So I think that one will have people split down the middle, but we will have both versions. So Marg, and I'm thinking Jenny stitched Mary for us, so maybe Jenny, you may like to stitch the bright version of this one as well. Marg, the other one will be on its way. So I hope to have that out to you guys in about a week. So, and then there's other samplers, and I'm doing my own designs as well, so that's taking up all my time as well. So if you don't see a huge amount of stitching on our videos coming, it's just because we do have a lot, and I do have a lot of models to stitch for market, as well as get them out to everybody else to stitch for us. So yeah, we've been getting out the kits for our pomegranate sampler. Thank you to everyone who ordered those kits. We've got more cottons coming from Cottage Garden Threads because the original one sold out so fast. So you can still order that kit. Katie's getting them out really fast, so we should have those extra cottons later this week, and they'll be getting out. But these were we also had the free design that Katie was offering on the Cottage Garden websites, which is still there to download, the little free biscornu. These were, and again, these kits are going out. These are the 4 beautiful colours that are in that little biscornu, and you can still order those from us, either just as a thread pack or thread and fabric. So that's on our Fox and Rabbit website. Apologies too, we actually had, there was some concern during the week from some of our Australian customers. The prices were only in US dollars originally. That was just an oversight. One of the modules that Brendan had loaded didn't load or something, wasn't it, Bren?
Yeah,
so
in an update it got corrupt.
In the update it was up there in Australian dollars as well, and then an update come through and corrupted it, so it was only showing in US dollars. So that was not intentional. So when you're on the website, you can just click Australian dollars if you want to purchase something. So our apology. Look, the conversion was done for them, but it was only listed in US, and that was not intentional. So we had quite a few people a bit upset about that. I'm like, no, that was just a module corruption or something. So the other thing I'm also in the middle of at the moment, as many as you know, we've got our Linen and Threads website down at the moment, because while I'm also trying to get all this stuff cut and search for Brendan, I'm also stock taking, and we're about to launch our brand new website for that. So it's taking a little bit longer than I thought, just because of the weather and everything else I've got to do, but I'm hoping to have that stock take done in the next week or so. So yeah, busy times.
Yeah. So everybody's favourite bit, giveaways.
Now we've got the giveaways. We're almost done.
So last week we did the redraw for the Cottage Garden Threads, the 10 Cottage Garden Threads. So here's the lucky person who won that. If you want to drop us an email, because unfortunately we can't contact you through YouTube. YouTube doesn't actually allow us to do that. So you have to contact us if you want to actually claim the prize. So actually, you can tell I haven't actually done the draw yet. So I don't know who it is, but their
They'll
name's
be on
on
the
the
screen
at the moment.
Yeah, and then as I said, as soon as we get that person contacts us, Kay can get those the packs out for the 2 winners.
Yep.
So sorry for the delay for the first person, or they may have even gone out by now, but we were waiting. And also too, I don't think I'm not sure the second T-shirt person contacted us either, have they?
I'm not sure. I need to go back and.
So we'll have a look at that, and
that.
if not, we will. We'll just get that draw away in the next video for a second T-shirt, because again, we need both of them before we can get the T-shirts printed. So sorry for the delays. We will get there. We're giving everybody just the 2 weeks now from one video to the next. We might see if we sort of somehow work out a better way of doing it, because so we don't want the giveaways to just be not given away. So for next video, we have 2. Because I've been stock taking with linen and threads. I've just got some stuff here that I thought, we might just give those away. The first thing's a Mill Hill kit.
Yep.
It's really sweet.
So it's called a Stitch in Time. Yep. So it's a complete bead kit. So it's got the threads, the beads,
and that's
perforated paper.
Perforated plastic, I think.
Or is it plastic?
Plastic, yeah.
Yep. And so it's a complete kit.
It's got a little tomato pincushion thing on it, which is just beautiful. It's got a beautiful, it's got a strawberry ceramic button, beads, floss. It's beautiful. And it's their spring series, but you know, spring's coming up next year in the north. Well, spring's here now, technically for another day for Australia, and it's coming up in the northern hemisphere. So either way, it's a sweet one to stitch. So yeah.
Yep. So if you wanted to be in the draw for that one, if you just put buttons in the comments.
Yeah.
And in Karen's cleaning up as well, she found a series of Wizzy Cape patterns. So these are a season series.
Yeah. It was the button-up series. It was quite a few years ago. I'm not sure what year would that have been, Bob. That was from...
So these are all out of print now.
Yeah, I think they were. Obviously, Lizzie Kate, I can't even see a date. I'm not sure, but it was from several years ago.
Yeah, so there's 4 charts and 4 buttons that go with them. I'll show you the buttons first. So there's a little mouse.
It's for the winter.
A corn.
Which is for autumn.
Pansies.
Which is for spring.
And a little bumblebee.
Which is for summer.
Yeah, and these are the charts that go with them. So let's get them in order. Where are we going to go? Spring.
In what order? Oh my gosh.
Spring first. So there was spring, summer, autumn, and winter.
We were going to give them away individually, but the postage costs us a bomb if it has to go overseas. So we're just going to give them away as a seasonal pack of 4 with the buttons.
So there's 4 charts in the pack with the buttons.
Yeah, and maybe just seasons.
Seasons.
Maybe if you just comment seasons below. Please don't mention giveaway or free or anything like that in the comments. You all know this. It causes all sorts of dramas with bots doing weird things. So, yeah, so if you just put seasons in the comments below.
Yeah, it brings a whole lot of comments in where people fall in love with you and start spamming you.
Yeah, so. A few people have asked us if we have a buy me a coffee thing. Yes, we do. We actually have that below. We never usually mention it, but we only have that on there to help us out with the postage costs. So, thanks to everyone who does do that. It's always a bit of a... But we always send... We feel so guilty about anyone doing that we usually just send them a PDF or something as a thank you. So, yeah, but the link for the Buy Me a Coffee is below. But as I said, it just helps us with the postage costs, which are quite astronomical at the moment. I think it's going up. Postage is going up all over the world. It's crazy. But also, too, we're almost at our 7,000 subscriber mark. We just can't even believe it. I think we're at we're about 200 off 7,000. We are just blown away by that. So please, if you like what we're doing, please subscribe.
Even if you don't like what we're doing, please subscribe.
Yeah, I actually think we got through our last video, believe it or not, without a single thumbs down, which is a miracle because usually there's someone who gives us a thumbs down seconds after it loads. So that was a bit of a miracle.
But the funny thing about that is, I think people think thumbs downs are bad things
Yeah.
on YouTube. They're not.
I don't know.
They're interactions. So YouTube actually classes a thumbs down exactly
As
the
I
same
know,
as
it's a
a
good
thumbs
thing.
up.
I know. I've seen a lot of floss tubers say that. It just makes me laugh when it usually goes up. It doesn't bother us at all. Not everyone's going to like what you're doing anyway. We get that.
2 videos ago, it was within 3 seconds. Seconds of me learning.
Yeah,
which I thought
it was just
funny.
so funny. It's got to be. It's so someone's obviously
Someone hates us.
but somebody's obviously subscribed. Because when you subscribe, you can hit that little bell to notify you when our floss tube drops. So clearly, the fact that it was so close, they must have been subscribed and notified.
Yeah.
So you know what? Anyway, it's all good. But yeah, so we didn't get one on the last one. But you know,
They love to hate us, but
it's
I don't
okay.
mind.
No, it's all fine. But so please subscribe. We are still going to be giving away that beautiful antique sampler when we hit 10,000. But you know what? We're inching closer. We're nearly at 7.
Yeah.
So, which we, you know, as many of you know, if you watched our first video, we didn't think we thought we'd be lucky to get over 100. So it's just means a lot to us. So thank you very much. And also, duck over and like us and follow us on Instagram. We're amazed at how quickly our Instagram numbers are going up. Brendan comes in all the time and says, oh, we've got another 100 or whatever. So he's very excited about that. So, yeah. And we also actually, we have a couple of other Instagram accounts too. Brendan has a personal one and I've got a personal one. We'll put the links to those below as well.
The dogs have got more followers than I have.
We have, Peaches and Lily have 2 separate Instagram accounts. And Lily's is growing slowly, but Lily has more than him. But Peaches has got like 2,700 or something. So she's putting us both to shame.
Yeah, she's a little star.
So she's a little star. So anyway, we'll put the links to Brendan and mine and Lily and Peaches below too if you want to give them some dog love. Yeah, so I think that's about it. The
mystery stitch along. So we're just finishing off the design. I'm running a little bit late with that this year.
For those who don't know, every year Brendan does a free year-long mystery stitch-along. It's on our Linen and Threads Mystery Stitch-along Facebook group.
We're going to rename that this year.
We're probably going to name that Fox and Rabbit because I think there was a lot of
confusing.
confusion as to who the designer was. So we'll probably be renaming that the Fox and Rabbit one. Still the same group. Nothing will change. We've got, I think, nearly 20,000 people in that group. So everyone's stitching everything from our 2017 sampler right through to 2021, which is one more. You'll be releasing the final part of that.
Ooh, 2 days' time.
In 2 days' time. So that'll be it. That'll be a wrap for this year. But yes, it will still be free. Brent's crazily working on that.
Time tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow that'll be. Yes, so the final part of that will be, depending on when this loads. Please let this load. Yeah, so the final part will be dropping, and Bren will, as always, release the very first part at midnight on the 31st of December.
Midnight in Australia.
Midnight in Australia on the 31st of December. No hints yet because he's still working on it, so he's a little bit behind, but the details will be definitely out in December. By the time we get our next FlossTube drops in 2 weeks, all the details will be released. A few people have also asked about my Alice in Wonderland one that I'm actually doing. I am so behind on that, so I don't want to rush it because I really want to do a good job on that one. So I think I'm probably going to work on maybe a mid-year release for that. It'll still be a monthly release. I don't think I want to wait until 2023 to do it, like January 2023. That'll be a subscription one. That'll just be a one-off cost up front, and then you'll get the parts every month. But I really want to do a good job on it, so I'm hoping to maybe do that as a mid-year release next year. If not, it'll definitely be January 1st, 2023, but it's looking good, so I just don't want to rush it. So, and I've got too many things I've got to design at the moment for Market, because whereas Market was, 6 months away, it's now 3 months, so the shadow of Market is looming large, and we are so excited. We'll be booking our airfares next month, all going well, and all going well with any virus variants out there. I think we're all going to be fine. We are so excited to see all of our friends over there. We're going to have a 2-week holiday after Market. Marg and Jim, who come here and mind our dogs, they're all lined up, ready to go. We're going to have a couple of trips to the States next year, so we're very excited by that. So we're going to have one in the late, what is it? Is it spring when we go to Market? late winter, early spring. Well, it's March anyway. What's that? I always get it mixed up. The start of spring.
Well, it depends, yeah.
Yeah, but there's usually still snow falling in Nashville often, but we're going back in the summer. So, well, that's our 2 that we've got planned so far. Maybe 3, you never know.
End of summer.
It always depends on, Jim and Mark's availability to come and mind the dogs because they kindly come and stay at the house. So, and by the next one, I'm off to the hairdressers on Thursday to get that lovely streak of grey removed. Brendan needs have you had a haircut? You've had a haircut.
I don't need one at the moment.
Yeah. And, so that's our plans. We're raving on now because I think we're both very tired. So anyway, we'll say goodbye now and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
At the end of the video, there's a little montage of the ants that people wanted. So if you don't like bugs or crawly things, then you probably want to turn off now.
But for those who have been all asking to see Brendan's ants, watch now. So
it's a little bit cold, so they're not moving all that much.
I was going to say the problem is it's raining and cold, so they're kind of not very conducive. They need the hot weather. So yeah, we don't know. So we'll see. Because that video also was part of the last one, so he has to film them again. So that could be interesting. So anyway, until next time, everyone stay safe, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.